Tonight I'm making a delicious pork loin with peaches and a raspberry sauce. And I'm going to balance out that sweetness with a little bit of spicy mustard. Now here's an interesting fact about pork. Pork loin is actually one of the leanest cuts of meat that you can get from your supermarket meat department. If trimmed, a single serving has only 1 gram of saturated fat. Here's an article from Men's Fitness that says something very similar. It said that whether you're talking about beef or pork or bison, etc., the leanest cuts come from the loin. And in conclusion, it said that, in fact, some studies show that pork tenderloin can be every bit as lean as skinless chicken breast. So this is a delicious and elegant meal that's perfect for company and simple enough to make every day. Here's what you need. You need an 18-ounce jar of peach preserves, 1/2 cup white vinegar. The white vinegar adds some acidity to balance out the sweetness of the preserves. Then you need 1/4 cup of a very spicy mustard. I use Patsy G. I have never tasted a mustard more amazing than this because it has jalapenos and serranos and other peppers and garlic and special spices, and it makes all the difference in this recipe. Then you need 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and 2 cups of sliced peaches. To toast the almonds for the green beans, I've already heated up the oven to 350 degrees. Spray a pan with a little bit of cooking spray. And then just spread the almonds out on top of that. And I'm just going to bake them until they're slightly brown and they just smell aromatic. For the pork loin, heat about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in a large skillet. Okay, you're going to cook the pork, browning on all sides, which will take about 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to put my green beans in a steamer. Okay, now I'm going to make the special peach sauce. Take 1 jar, this is a 16-ounce jar of peach preserves. There's 1/2 cup of white vinegar. And then to kick this up several notches, take 1/4 of a cup of the Patsy G mustard. And this is what makes the flavor incredibly awesome. So mix that together, and then we're going to add this to the pork loin and let it continue to simmer. Now to make the raspberry puree, just take 1 cup of raspberries and 1 tablespoon of honey. And we're going to mix this up and microwave it for 1 minute. Okay, now we're going to take our warm raspberries and we're going to puree them. So I'm going to check our steamed string beans, poke them with a fork, and yes, they're perfect. So I'm just going to drain them into a bowl and add a little bit of salt. While the meat is still simmering, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to add the sliced peaches just until they warm up. Now if the sauce is very liquidy, then leave the lid off. And if the sauce is starting to get too thick, then just put the lid back on. Okay, I'm just slicing the pork loin. It's no longer pink on the inside. It's beautifully browned on the outside. Going to place some slices over the green beans. And then some of that peach sauce over the pork. And then some of the peaches on top of the sauce. And then we're going to take the raspberry puree and put that on the side. And a little bit of the almonds that were toasted on top of the green beans. And then garnish with just a few of those bright red raspberries on top of the peaches. Doesn't that look beautiful? The flavors are wonderful. If you take a bite of the peach over a bite of the pork, and then if you take the next bite and run it through the raspberry sauce, you get that flavor as well.